lovely world. So there's going to be some things that I want to take care of before I actually dive into the book, into the video that I'm about to talk about books in. I'm not going to discuss, books that I have not read. I've already discussed that already. I'm not going to talk about, anything like that. And I'm not going to, talk about books that I've already read that I've had for a long time. What I'm going to talk about in today's vlog is, and, I know some of you may think comic books are books, and maybe they are. And there's others of you that probably don't think comic books are actual books. That's fine. You don't have to agree or disagree with me on any of that stuff. I'm just telling you, and yes, I do know how to read books. I've been reading books since I was between 7 and now. 7 years old and now. Maybe even a little bit before that. And I've read lots and lots and lots of different styles of books over my lifetime. Whether it's a drama, whether it's suspense, whether it's horror, whether it's thrillers, action adventure. I've probably read every single book that you can possibly think of over the course of my lifetime. And yet there are still so many more books that I have not yet read that I would love to read. But in today's vlog, the only thing that matters is the books that I would love to read that I don't have just yet. And I understand there's, other YouTubers' books that I haven't, purchased or read or anything like that you probably would recommend for me. And that's fine. You can recommend all of the books that you want for me to read in the future. And I prefer physical copies, not the, reading it on a device, because I'm old school. That's just how I was raised, and that's just how I am as a person. I like to, feel the pages, the actual pages of a physical copy, not the pages of a, swiping through the book on like a tablet or a phone or things like that. Now, I was talking to my brother about potential books that he could get me for Christmas, and I'm going to read those to you, but I know there are so many more books out there that I have not, that I could read that I have not even thought of just yet. But these are just some of the books that I've been looking forward to getting for a little bit, since I heard about that they were going to be released and such. And, they're great books. I'm going to maybe go into a little bit of detail of why I put these books after I'm done reading the rest, but Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins. Now, if you've ever read the Hunger Games books, you know what this book is about. Now, if you've read this book, please another thing, don't spoil these books that I have not read yet. I just ordered Lily Collins' Unfiltered book from Amazon a couple days ago, and it said anywhere between November 27th and December 3rd is when it's supposed to get here. Now, I don't know exact date when it's supposed to get here, but I probably will read it immediately after it arrives. Now, this book, The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes, is about President Coin when he was actually participating in the Hunger Games. This book is like a super prequel to when Katniss Everdeen tribute did to her sister in the Hunger Games book, whether it was Hunger Games, Catching Fire, or Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. That's what the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes is about. This was way, way, way before, Katniss Everdeen volunteered as tribute. This was way before that. This was when President Coin, who wasn't President Coin at the time, entered the Hunger Games, and I believe he won it, but I haven't read the book yet. That's from what I understand from what others have told me. And I know I shouldn't be listening to spoilers on books like that. The second one is a YouTuber's book, You're Not Special, a sort of memoir by Megan Ranks. She's a YouTuber. It's kind of about her life and the hardships that she went through in her life, whether it was relationships, whether it was family issues, all of that kind of stuff. And I don't know if it's it might actually be about her life. It might be a real stories about her life. And she also got stories about other individuals who've gone through hard times. But that's another book. Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I don't know anything about this book, and I don't want to know anything about it until I've actually read it. And there was also a movie that they made about this with Jason Clarke. I'm sure there was one before the 2018 or so. I don't remember what year the movie actually was released. I think it was either 2018 or maybe it was last year. I can't remember completely. Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. Now, I've read the Ready Player 1 and I've watched the movie of that. And the book is, in my opinion, is a little bit better than the movie. That's just me. I don't know how this book is going to translate. This could be a sequel. This could be a prequel. I'm not really sure. I haven't heard anything about it. But Ernest Cline, when he wrote the first one, it was very good. Now, Out of Love by Hazel Hayes, another YouTuber. This is not based on her life. It's a book about relationships, or a relationship between one specific person and another specific person. I don't know anything other than that. That's all I know about it. And she's an Irish. She's also makes YouTube videos just like Megan does. Megan's got her own podcast. I think Hazel may have her own podcast. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, so there's that. And then the last book I have here is A Harry Potter, A History of Magic, the Book of Exhibition by the British Library. Now, I've read every single Harry Potter book that's probably exists. Maybe there's others that I have not read yet that I should read. I'm just saying, those are just some of the books that I would love to get. And I know there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of other books that I should probably read. But these are just the main ones that I've been trying to read for a while, trying to get and read for a while. And that's the plan. At some point in my life, I'm going to have all of these books and read all of these books. It's just a matter of time before I can actually get them. Now, I did ask my brother for one of these books. He's going to probably completely surprise me, whichever one of those 6 books that I listed there I could get. And I mean, I have them all in my, either in my wish list, my shopping cart, or saved for later in my Amazon account. And I'm ready to see which ones are going to be good and which ones aren't. So please don't spoil the book for me before I actually read it. And also, I would like to wish 3 individuals a happy birthday today. One of them is Megan Tonjes. She's turning 35. One is Fred Warner. I think he's turning 24. And Lindsay Ellingson, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. She's turning 36 today. And anyone else who has a birthday on this 19th day of November, happy birthday to you. That means that we're getting closer to Thanksgiving and to Christmas and to 2021. Just let you know. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. Y'all know the drill. Keep it real. Bye-bye.